Hi everyone, so today I'm going to look at Vanity Flare, and this is the Nude Eyeshadow palette from Benefit. So it does come with a little workbook. Right, so they have like, it's the weekend nudist, at work, dating, smoky, right? And then they kind of have the whole bunch of ingredients. So they have the names on this little card. So sometimes I do prefer when like the names of the products are actually on the palettes and that. So they do have like the little card that comes away with it. Right, but definitely a nice kind of neutral palette out there. So I'm gonna swatch it. So looking at those colors, we have Buff, Shimmer Nude, Pinky Pearl, Shell Pink, Peachy Gold, and then Satin Heather, right? And then the next row is Champagne, Rosy Brown, Deep Mauve, Ripe Plum, Mink, Charcoal Brown. I think it's funny that they call it charcoal brown because, like, they're not bad colors, right? So they are like those neutrals. It does kind of feel like powdery and that, so I'm hoping like the color payoff isn't like horrible with it, because just kind of swatching, I feel like it might be like it kind of picks up like kind of chunky and then like blends out okay. So I think this is one where you can really like blend it out and it go to nothingness. So I'm just going to start with my crease, and I'm gonna go into cappuccino. So it looks really dark, but then like it's pretty light on. And I do like that this palette has a mirror. Definitely like looking at this color, you'd be like, oh my god, that's too dark for a transition. But how it applies on, I think makes a nice transition color. And I'm gonna go into Deep Mauve and just kind of darken up that corner, or sorry, crease. I just find like the shades that are in the pan versus how they look on, like, is a big difference. So again, this mauve looks like really deep, but then putting it on, it's not. And then I'm going to go into Shimmer Nude with a eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to apply this kind of close to my inner corner. And then just flipping my brush around, I'm going to go into Peachy Gold, and kind of from the middle to the outer. Like for these two shades, I wish they kind of just picked one. Like I'm not noticing much of that difference. Like if we're looking, like one's just kind of weaker than the other, and I'd rather not have that weak shade. So kind of applying those with your fingers will give you a little bit more of that impact in that, because they are kind of really, like, as the palette said, nudie colors. So I don't think there's anything. I just got arm swatches all over me. Like, I don't think there's anything kind of wrong with this palette. It is like nudes. I just think, like, there's nothing kind of really exciting with this palette, right? I think there's other ones out there. So I think for, like, because this was kind of like $44, like, I guess it's cheaper than like your Naked palettes, right? But it's still kind of up there for what it is. I'm gonna go into that charcoal brown shade. I just find, like, the shades here are, like, so much different and, like, lighter than what they apply on. As long as you tap off, you won't get fallout. Apparently on this side, I keep forgetting to tap off. Like, nothing bad with this palette. Just nothing, like, I think you could kind of go to the drugstore and kind of get these similar colors. Payoffs, because it's more like those satin finish. It's not kind of those metallic foils. You are getting 12 shadows. On my under eye, I'm going to put Mink. And then I'm just going to go into Buff and kind of just blend everything up top. I'm going to do my Benefit Roller Lash to finish off. And here's kind of my finished look. So I do think you could get, like, a nice look with it. So it's definitely, like, it's their nude palette, right? I just think it's kind of, like, overpriced for what it is. But I just think, like, the prices of makeup are just kind of going up there, where you're like, oh, like, I have to work over 2 hours to kind of be able to, like, afford this. Is it really worthwhile? Not too sure, but it's nice. It kind of reminds me of, like, old Maybelline, when, like, Maybelline was good. I think some of their new quads, like, I don't find them as good as they were. So definitely kind of, like, they used to have this old one where it was, like, this peachy color, a green, a deep brown, and something else. That was, like, my go-to. So I do think, like, this reminds me back of, like, that go-to time with it. So I think it's nice. Not amazing. Nothing wrong with it. Just nothing, like, special necessarily, right? So a good quality product. If you need something like that in your collection, right, and it's in your price point, pick it up. If, like, you don't really need that, like, you have the nude palettes, then I don't think it's really worthwhile to get, because there's no kind of, like, special shades out there. They are just good performing products if you are in need of that in your collection. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye.